So then along comes the next step. And what Weston does every 3 to 4 years, they do a great job of the visioning process. They reach out. Our CEO does a phenomenal job. He reaches out within the organization, does a lot of town hall meetings, coordinates with senior leadership, and tries to figure out where are we heading in the next 3 to 4 years. And then what we do is we put a plan in place to try to achieve that. We typically come up with about 6 elements, like talent, global, and so forth, that we kind of are benching or benchmarking where we are and where we need to go. The current process that we're on right now is we're shooting for what we're calling Vision 2015. And one of those elements is world-class collaboration. And our hope was not only internal or external, but also internal collaboration as well among all key stakeholders. We really wanted to hopefully use the portal, the Weston portal that we had, to help leverage that collaboration. However, we recognized that the current state was not where we needed to be. But one of the things Weston has done a good job with over the years in change management, and some of you may or may not be familiar with this. If you're not, I recommend picking up this book called Leading Change from John Kotter. He kind of lays out 8 steps for leading change within an organization. And just like any other core initiative within Weston, it doesn't guarantee success, but it definitely helps with the potential that you will have success. And so we decided that our portal development was going to follow this process like we did with other initiatives and follow those 8 steps. So the first step is probably one of the most important. It was to create urgency. And you really need to make sure that the whole company buys into what you're doing, why we're doing it, and the fact that it was tied to our 2015 vision, and collaboration was one of the key elements. It made it very easy for us to create that sense of urgency, because the whole organization had screamed out with the way the world is, the way we're 24/7, the way the world's becoming flatter, the way you're integrating with multiple stakeholders. Collaboration is critical if you're going to be successful in the future. And they recognized that we, using the portal would greatly help that. So, and then we also had employees screaming out that they wanted to be found within the organization, and so we kind of tied that in as well. So we had a real good groundswell of people buying into where we wanted to go, which was very helpful. One of the things we did at the time, Andrew mentioned earlier, we decided to, in getting ready for the portal, we wanted to see, we knew we weren't happy with the way it was in your late 90s, early 2000s. It had gotten out of control. But we kind of wanted to know, we're always our own we're self-critic. How bad is it, and where are the focus areas? So, in research, we found out about the Worldwide Internet Challenge, and we thought it would be a great way to, have a core user set, go through that, and we can benchmark and see where we are. And like Andrew said, we're about 40th out of about 80 or so. Not bad, but not good. And what was great with that was we were able to, I'll talk more about that in a minute, but we were able to, potentially see where our focus areas were going to be. I'll pause in a minute or two for any questions so far. The next key step is form a powerful coalition. You need to have the ability for people to come together to rally around what you're trying to accomplish. And it takes extremely strong leadership to make this happen. One of the things that was great was we definitely had buy-in from the top. You probably have heard any change initiative, you don't have buy-in from the top, probably is likely not to succeed. But we were fortunate that we had an overall steering committee made up of all the C-levels, and also our senior vice president of marketing, who did a phenomenal job helping lead this effort throughout the organization. So we had a great core team, and we also had what we formed was what we called the PAG, the Portal Advisory Group. It was a group of about 50 people scattered throughout our company in all various forms of different levels. So as we had discussions, played back things, needed feedback, needed guidance, needed a decision, we reached out to them because we kind of felt that, if we had the user base help us, when we go to roll out the system, we had listened to the users, and it should be a lot more effective rollout.